Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children, in our previous class, I was discussing with you about oversubscription. Okay. In this class, I am going to discuss with you what is call in advance. Okay. Call in advance. So what is call in advance? When you receive an amount, that is excess amount, for the paid up capital of the shares, it is called as call in advance. So excess money that you receive after the company calls you to pay the amount, that is called as call in advance. Fine. Now the excess money can be received on application. It can be received on application. It can be received on allotment. It can be received on allotment, or it can be received on call. Fine. See, call in advance does not, it is not part of the share capital. Since it is not part of the share capital, no dividend will be given. Of course, share capital will be given interest. They will be given interest not exceeding 12%. Fine. Now, according to the according to Indian Company Act of 2013, only if it is authorized by the Articles of Association, they can call for call in advance. Fine. And call in advance, as I told you, now for example, you have the face value of the share is rupees 10. Okay. And you are going to collect 3 on application, 2 on allotment, and you are going to collect 3 rupees on your first call. So 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 2, 8. Then 8 plus 2 is 10 rupees. Now what will happen is, now you have collected your money on application, you have collected your money on allotment, then you have collected your first call, then you have collected your final call. The money you are supposed to be paying in the first call, you might be paying in allotment, or you might pay it in application. Okay. The money so collected, either it can be returned, or it can be transferred. Okay. So it can be transferred to what? Bank account data. The accounting treatment for call in advance is bank account data to call in advance. Call in advance account data to share capital. Okay. So now we'll go to the problem and we'll see how it is going to be transferred. Alright. Now I'll get into the problem. I'll teach you illustration 6. I'll read the problem for you. Aruna Mills Limited, with a registered capital of 5 lakhs, in equity shares of rupees 10, she issued 20,000 shares. So whatever is required for the problem alone, I will mention here. So I told you bank account data to call in advance, call in advance account data to share call. Okay, to share call account, not capital account. Now see here 20,000, and then it is going to be issued at rupees 10, that is 4 on application, 4 on allotment, and then 2 on your call money. So this you are going to receive on application. Okay, and this you are going to receive on allotment, and this you are going to receive on call money. And it says all the money payable was duly received, but on allotment a shareholder paid the entire balance on his holding of 300 shares. So in this allotment he received 300 shares in advance. Okay, the registered capital is 5 lakhs. Registered capital is 5 lakhs. Okay, and this is 20,000 is what the company is going to issue. This is your face value. And you have received 300 rupees in advance. Now how are you going to do this problem? Okay, now listen, we'll start the problem. What are the journal entries you are going to pass? Now you have all the details on the board. With these details we can easily do the problem. Fine. So first entry is bank account data to share application. Bank account data to share application account. Okay. Being share application money received. How much are you going to receive in application? 20,000 into 4. So journals in the books of whom? X. What is her name? Her name is Aruna. Aruna Mills Limited. Okay. Aruna Mills Limited. Debit and then credit. You have rupees. Fine. So 20,000 into 4. So 4 2s are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 80,000. 80,000. Okay, this much money has gone into your bank. Then you are going to transfer the application amount. Share application account data. Share capital. So being application amount, share application amount transferred to capital, share capital account. Okay, how much is going to be transferred? 80,000. Same amount is going to be transferred. Okay, then you have your next journal, allotment. So how much is due on allotment? Share allotment account data. To share capital account. So how much is the amount due? Share allotment due. Share allotment due. How much is due? 40,000. That is your issue into 4. Right, into 4. So 20,000, sorry, not 40,000, into 20,000 into 4. So same 80,000 is due. So how much is going into your bank? Bank account data to share allotment account to shares to call in advance. So how much is going into the bank? Actually, how much should go? 80,000 should go. Okay, 80,000 should go. In addition to that, how much is going? He is going to pay his call amount. So 300 into 2 rupees. So he is going to pay in advance. So 600 rupees is going more into his account. So here you have 20,000 shares, isn't it? So 20,000 shares into rupees, actually 4. So 80,000 plus 600 is going into the bank, right? So 80,600 is going into the bank. 80,600. So 80,000 towards your allotment, 600 towards your call money. Okay. So whenever you make call in advance, the account will be transferred to the account called as call in advance. Okay. So call in advance account data to share call. Call in advance account data to share first call, second call, to whatever call you are making in advance. Alright. So now again let me continue the problem. So that is it. Allotment is over. Now your share first or final call is due. So share first or final call account data to share capital. What is your amount due? 2 rupees into 20,000 is due. Fine, that is 40,000. Fine. Now how much is going to go to bank? Already you have paid some amount in your allotment. You have already paid the money in allotment. Okay, 600 rupees you have already paid in advance. So that amount you are supposed to adjust here. So bank account data to shares first call. So what is going to happen here? How much is going to the bank? Will the entire amount be going? 40,000 will go? No, 40,000 minus 600. That comes to how much? 39,400 plus 600 is what? 40,000, right? So only 39,400 will go into the bank. The balance is what? call in advance, that is 600 rupees. So totally 40,000. Fine. Being call first and final call amount received. Fine. So this is your debit, this is your credit. So as I told you, it should be authorized in the Articles of Association that you can accept call in advance. Then Table A of Indians Company Act of 2013, okay, it specifies that you can accept interest on the call in advance. That is, you are paying the money in advance before the company is calling for your shares. So you can pay it on application, you can pay it on allotment. In that case, you can pay interest but not exceeding 12%. Fine. Or this money can be returned also if you don't want to adjust. If you are going to transfer it, you have to adjust, pass this journal entry and you have to adjust. So this is your illustration 6. Fine. Next I will teach you exercise 6, a problem totally related to the same concept. Alright. Thank you, children.